What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. Wow. So according to recent reports, now newly crowned undefeated Australian superstar unified lightweight world champion, George Kambosos Jr. 20 wins, no losses, no draws, 10 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 70-inch arm reach. After he shockingly defeated former unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez this past Saturday night en route to a split decision. Everybody expected, as George Kambosos Jr., he called out undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney. 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, we expected George Kambosos Jr., as he stated that he wanted to face off against Devin Haney for official undisputed title, okay? Now we know Devin Haney, obviously, he has a upcoming showdown that's no walk in the park that he's focusing on against former IBF super featherweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz. 32 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Joseph Diaz, 15 wins by way of knockout, 5'6" with a 68-inch arm reach, okay? With that said, we know that that's no walk in the park. Joseph Diaz is a very, very tough out, very tough customer, and that's scheduled to take place this upcoming Saturday night, Las Vegas, Nevada, Mandalay Bay, T-Mobile Arena. So with that said, Joseph Diaz, he was in the fight. His one loss came at the hand of the longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing currently, that being none other than WBC super featherweight world champion superstar boxer Mr. Gary Russell Jr. And then Joseph Diaz, he had a draw in a fight. He was in a fight where he struggled to make weight. That was his last fight at that weight. Joseph Diaz, he moved up to 135 because he claimed he couldn't make the weight. Okay, he struggled with that fight against Rockmoth. Okay, it was a majority draw. He moved up to 135. He challenged Javier Fortuna. He defeated Javier Fortuna's first fight at 135 via unanimous decision, shockingly to many people. And we hear Joseph Diaz, he was headed into a fight with undefeated rising Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia. But Ryan Garcia, he pulled out, cited an injury. Joseph Diaz, he had to move on, and he became the mandatory when he beat Javier Fortuna for Devin Haney. So with that said, here we fast forward. George Kambosos Jr., he stated that he's going to be ringside at Devin Haney-Joseph Diaz fight because he wants to see if Devin Haney truly wants to fight, and he wants the fight to take place in Australia for official undisputed. We know the backstory with the franchise title, so on and so forth. Well, now we have a shocking turn of events, as his promoter, Lou DiBella, is stating that they have their eyes set on another fighter, undefeated 3-division world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who's 25 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He is going into a showdown Sunday after Devin Haney fights. They're immediately fighting the next day after Devin Haney fights against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, okay? Los Angeles, California, Staples Center, okay? So he's going into a fight against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and now Lou DiBella, who Devin Haney, they all fight at 135. Isaac Pitbull Cruz is 22 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'4" with a 63-inch arm reach. Okay, that's scheduled to take place, like I said, December 5th, this upcoming Sunday. Devin Haney fights Saturday. So with that said, they're saying now they have their sights. George Kambosos has his sights set on a showdown with Gervonta Tank Davis instead of Devin Haney. Okay, that's their number one objective. It's shocking because now it begs the question: why is George Kambosos Jr. going to Devin Haney fight? Now, he stated he wanted the Devin Haney fight. He wanted to see if Devin Haney truly wanted to fight. He wanted the fight to take place in Australia. But if you have your sights set on facing against Gervonta Tank Davis, now obviously nothing is a given. Don't know if Gervonta Tank Davis is going to give him that opportunity, but it's for all the marbles. It's for all the belts. And then, well, it's for the unified belts. Okay, it's for 3 belts and a ring belt. Okay, everything but the WBC belt. All the marbles is that WBC belt. And so, is Gervonta Tank Davis willing to take it? And is George Kambosos Jr. looking to lure Gervonta Tank Davis into coming to Australia? Now, we know Gervonta Tank Davis is the clear A side because of his status, okay, and his pay-per-view status. George Kambosos Jr. has never fought on pay-per-views, not a pay-per-view fighter, and he's not a well-known fighter outside of the sport of boxing. Now, he's a superstar within the sport of boxing. He's not a superstar outside of the sport of boxing, okay? And so, with that said, this is an opportunity for Gervonta Tank Davis to create history, okay? To pick up some belts. Now, the question begs, again, if George Kambosos has his sights on Gervonta Tank Davis, then why is he looking forward to going to Devin Haney's fight to begin promoting a fight that you're not looking for next, okay? And then his promoter, Lou DiBella, he stated that they also could possibly face the winner of Richard Comey, former IBF lightweight world champion, who's taking on 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko, December 11th, okay? So that's scheduled to take place December 11th, the very following weekend after Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis fight, okay? And so, it seems like they're leaving the door open. I don't know if they believe that they just simply can't strike a deal to get a deal done with themselves and Devin Haney, and they're just looking to leave their options open. But I believe that if you truly, truly want to become undisputed, if you are George Kambosos Jr., which he stated that he wanted to create history, he wanted to be undisputed, and he wanted to take it to his backyard because he deserved it to be in Australia after coming across the seas to fight and take the rough road, okay, the hard road. And so with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to go to Australia. Leonard Elby and Floyd Mayweather are not going to allow him to go to Australia for this fight. So that means they will have to definitely go into the purse and pay George Kambosos Jr. Big money to make him stay here. But if George Kambosos Jr. is truly set on having a fight in his hometown and creating history, well, Devin Haney, who already said he'll oblige George Kambosos Jr. and go over to Australia to make that happen and give George Kambosos Jr. the opportunity to create history. He will become the 7th undisputed champion in the history of the sport of boxing, and he could do so in front of his own fans, make big money, and he can create history, okay? Opposed to him fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is not bringing anything to the table as far as hardware goes, accomplishments. Now, you beat Gervonta Tank Davis, you're making a big statement, okay? But you hold all the marbles as far as the accomplishments, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis, you lose to Gervonta Tank Davis, well, you got a massive purse, okay? And obviously, this is called prize fighting, so that is a huge part of this entire equation, okay? But if you want to create history, you beat Devin Haney, become 7th undisputed champion, you still make a big purse, you do so in front of your hometown, and then you still could look to make the Gervonta Tank Davis fight next. Or you fight Gervonta Tank Davis, you're going to get a big purse. But that's all you're going to get because he's not a champion. Well, he is the regular champion, the WBA regular champion, but you already hold the WBA super title. So you're not winning anything from him. You're just getting a big payday, okay? And how much more of a payday is he going to earn against Gervonta Tank Davis, seeing as though they stated that they're not looking to pay out big money, okay? So with that said, this is a huge opportunity for George Kambosos Jr. because I understand, facing off against Gervonta Tank Davis, you beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Do you become the cash cow? Do you become a pay-per-view star? I don't know about that. Gervonta Tank Davis is a star in his own right. I don't know if you can capture his star power by beating him, okay? Because he has somewhat of a Mike Tyson aura where even if he was to lose, people are still going to pay to see Gervonta Tank Davis because of his excitement, the excitement he brings to the table. And so with that said, is George Kambosos Jr. willing to, is he going to be able to capture that fan base? I highly doubt that because he's not going to knock out Gervonta Tank Davis. He would outbox him. And so, obviously there's huge opportunities for George Kambosos Jr. But again, people, it seems like they have their sights set on facing Gervonta Tank Davis next, opposed to facing Devin Haney. But he stated that he is going to be ringside Devin Haney. So let's see how everything unfolds and plays out. Well, that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.